no relationship survives without love. But the problem is that women, you have to. I'm telling now. I'm targeting women. I know, but because I, frankly speaking, I see a lot of problems here. I see, like if women are more participatory in this thing, frankly speaking, I think the problem, the solution, we can reach closer to the solution of the whole relationship problems. Because see, there are 50% of the world is masculine and 50% is feminine. So why the heck is anyone lonely? Nobody has to be lonely because there's endless supply of men and women, and God knows how many genders there are, but there are endless supply of them. So there's no practical real reason for anyone to be romantically or sexually lonely. The problem why we are lonely is because no one is approaching the problem with love. If you are just swiping and you're trying to up your game, like regardless of men and women, like if you're just trying to up your game, like, oh, I got some better one, like, oh, I have this girlfriend boyfriend, oh, I just found someone who's better. Like, what does that even mean? If your approach was with love, you wouldn't even think of someone being better. Why are you even comparing to one person with the other? Everyone is different. Everyone is unique. So try to find that unique connection and really value it. Because if you don't, then your relationship will fail and it will keep failing. And what will happen is that both sides of the masculine, feminine, the species, both sides of the energy spectrum will start hating each other, will be more polarized, which is happening, which has already happened, by the way, in Western societies. And thanks to the Western culture and their influence in countries like India, it's happening in India as well. So because of the whole masculine and feminine polarity, what is happening is it's all polarized because you are not approaching with love. What love does is it brings two polar opposites, the polarizing. Now, even if in this current situation, if the collective consciousness of our planet, if more basically what I'm trying to say, if the trend reverses, which it will, because the wheel, like I said, the wheel always turns. So right now it's very polarized, but when the wheel of life will turn again, more and more people will basically come close to each other. Let me rephrase and correctly communicate here. More and more people of both the gender spectrum and the masculine feminine energy spectrum, more accurately speaking here, the spectrum, people from different both the spectrums will come closer to each other because they will start approaching the other with love. They will start to see life through the other energy spectrum's point of view. You get what I'm trying to say? So basically what will happen is this will cause the unification, and this is what love is all about: unification, oneness. Different fragments divided into societies coming together, integrating with each other, and becoming a one single individual, a whole. That is on a universal level. Also, that's what love is all about. The whole spectrum, the entire universe coming and becoming one. That's a different topic. That's what God and infinite consciousness is all about. But yeah, anyways, it applies to everything. So yeah, our approach to this problem of relationships should be with love. And please, women, I'm trying to say here, I know a lot of men have done horrible things. It is true, men have been really horrible. Our past records have been really horrible. Our forefathers have been really rapey and really horrible people. I know all that evolutionary baggage is there. But because we are evolved, right? As a species, we are more evolved now. I don't know if we have reached the pinnacle of evolution, because maybe we have, because we are living in an era of artificial intelligence. So maybe in some sense, we have kind of reached the pinnacle of our evolution in some sense. Maybe there's more to go. I don't know. But the thing is, as far as this problem is considered with relationships, you just have to approach anybody of any gender, irrespective of any gender. People have to see the love in other people, and people have to, again, yeah, like I was saying, talking to the women. Yeah, I know the men have been horrible, but you have to be better than the men. You have to be able to see, like, you have to, just be the bigger person and forgive the past, evolutionary, whatever, and not even forgive, like, be intelligent enough to be able to see through that problem, that bull crap. Like, have enough intelligence to be able to see through that crap that you're currently in. It's because, stop seeing yourself as an individual. Because if you see at, like, the problem with, again, another problem which is affecting this situation, is because they have become very individualistic. But we have to remember the fact that we, as our species, is actually an evolution from the monkeys. Like, we are not. Oftentimes, we especially men, they think of themselves, when we think of powerful alpha males, right? We compare ourselves with lions and tigers, right? When it comes to that powerful masculine energy, and even feminine. Like, when a woman is trying to become like this strong, independent woman, like a feminist type of woman, she looks at this images, right, where a woman is looking in the mirror and she's seeing a lioness and a tiger, a female lady tiger. But we have to remember that we are actually an evolutionary descent of the monkeys, the apes. So what makes apes and monkeys different from tigers and lions is basically the fact that lions and tigers are very individualistic creatures, but monkeys are social creatures. They're very community driven creatures. So it's just because of evolutionary like fact, we kind of have to understand that we have to look beyond our individual selves, because we are a collective. We cannot really become tigers and lions, because they're very different from us. They're very, like, your cat. You know how individualistic your cat is, but no matter how much you love your cat, there's no way you don't have the enough strength. Some do. Some people who reach the pinnacle of human consciousness evolution, they touch that highest level of consciousness, what a cat can do, but or a tiger can do, but not really people in general. Most people, because of that whole coming down and descending from the ape and the monkey spectrum of species, it's just that we are not able. We won't be able to do that. I mean, so for a lack of better explanation, I mean, I could have explained this better, but yeah, this is the farthest I could get as far as my communication limit goes. My ability to communicate. Because see, the problem is that I'm trying to communicate something here, but it's like everything that I'm trying to say has a limit to my abilities and my skills of communication. So as time goes on, I will probably I'll get better with it. I can promise you that. But the thing is, as far as today's topic is considered, we have to approach my basic message or whatever. Like, my basic understanding on this topic is basically that we are lacking our approach to love, and we are not looking at the collective and the whole problem. We are not seeing it with the eyes of love. And if we did that, I think, and if we do that, I'm sure we will, because collectively our consciousness will evolve, as it always has been. This is how it happens. So we will finally get closer to the solution of our relationship problems, I'd say. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, so why relationships keep failing? Like, just become more conscious. You'll be able to see whatever I'm talking about here. And I'm sure something is clicking, I guess. I'm sure of that. And mm, things. Just remember one thing: like no matter what happens, like it's just this evolutionary. No, sorry, not evolutionary. This universal force that is acting through us. This godlike universal force of consciousness that's acting through us, all human beings. Just if you're finding yourself in a rough spot, in a bad situation, I just want to tell you this. Like if maybe you're in a very difficult situation, going through rough times, I just want to tell you one thing. Like just if you're not able to understand at that particular moment because you're going through a storm. So whenever your consciousness is going through a storm, just remember one thing, that you can always trust this infinite consciousness, because you have no idea, this godlike consciousness, it is actively always working its way towards global evolution and global awakening. And you're in good hands, basically what I'm trying to say. I mean, don't forget that ever. Like, um, see me as a person in this video right now when I'm recording, because I'm able to say and speak out these things with immense confidence. The reason being is because right now, in this current moment, I'm vibrating and connecting, not fully, but to some extent, I'm able to connect with that infinite consciousness. But as soon as this recording is over, I will, and when I'm like doing mundane, everyday, regular stuff, like throwing out the garbage and cooking and going to the grocery store, like whenever I will do that, I will kind of disconnect with that infinite consciousness. And, the everyday problems that you face in your life, it's all me. I also face, I also go through all that situation. But it's like, because we are always tuned in to the mundane aspect of human life, because as human beings, most of us just go through life, right? So we kind of get disconnected from the infinite consciousness, that we forget that something is there, which is there. It's perpetrating the whole construct, the whole. It's hard for me to explain. It's something larger than you, which is you, basically a larger you, which is all of us. That one thing, that one infinite consciousness is basically, what I'm trying to say is that it knows what it's doing. So just whenever you're in a bad spot, just trust it. I mean, if you are not able to do anything at that moment, see, most people are not intelligent enough to understand a lot of things. There are a lot of really big things, for lack of better words. There are a lot of huge things in life that we are unable to understand while going through our everyday mundanity of life. But it's just, if you're not able to fathom those things, I'm just trying to say is that, like, trust me, everything is all right. You're in the good hands of the infinite consciousness, and it is gonna, ultimately everything will make sense. It's just, you have to be patient and don't be afraid. I mean, there's really nothing to be afraid. Even if the worst of worst situation comes, like for example, I'm gonna give you a snippet. I don't know if will it be appropriate to even drop it here, but it's like, how that death, like we die, right? When we die, we die. That's not even a real thing. I mean, you can look up on the internet, but again, like you need to work on your consciousness to understand all those things. But even something that most people are afraid of, like the physical death, that's not even a real thing.